This car. We're now going to be joined by this guy on my left. We're opening up the table now. It's a big round table. Okay, it's kind of rectangular. But no doubt, we've got a guy that's really fast. I've seen you race Lincoln for a long time. Lincoln Cain now joining us. You sit calm, cool, collect, and relax. You brought the people with you because you know what? The people are watching you race for a long time now. What have you been racing this year?
We've been racing a legend car this year.
Okay, where at?
Mostly Slinger and Jefferson, but we've traveled. I mean, last weekend we went to Madison. We finished second there. We went all the way down to the Dells this year too.
Okay. So when it comes to racing this Legends car, there's certain changes you can do in the car. There's certain things you can't change. How much do you guys end up changing it per racetrack, per Legends race?
I mean, we really mostly just change springs, sometimes tires with stagger-wise for racing, but other than that, mostly just springs.
Okay. And I know you grew up in racing. Couldn't help it. At what point did your dad and mom finally give in and say, okay, we're giving you something? What was that first moment you knew you were going racing with something?
Well, the first time I ever went racing was a go-kart in Dells when I was 5. And I ended
the one you pay for, and then you get off after 5 minutes, and okay, that one, yeah.
Yeah, I ended up sobbing after that, so, I mean...
You were afraid, sad, happy, what?
I think I just couldn't get out of the go-kart.
Okay. So you were kind of mad, not so happy you cried.
Yeah, but
okay.
Then after that, I ended up racing Memorial Go-Kart at Slinger. I still volunteer out there.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
We got some of those youngsters on tonight. Yeah. That's neat.
Yeah, it was pretty fun. I mean, I got to race against, kids my age. I mean, some of the people that I still go to school with race those. I mean, it's kind of cool just to see them Wednesday nights during the summer, just to say, how's it going? I mean,
yeah, I'm glad you brought that up because it's not just for really young kids. It's for anybody who wants to have fun and take part of that. And it's a great, great event. So when you're there helping people, do you have a certain colored team you work with? Are you assigned with anybody specifically?
No, not really. I mean, I help in the tower.
Okay.
And sometimes I'm on track with waving a yellow flag for cautions. But I mean,
wow, there's a lot going on. When it comes to racing, Lincoln Cain, where have you been racing? And you mentioned you were just in the Madison at Madison the other night. What about your schedule upcoming?
I mean, this week we have Jefferson Speedway. We have a doubleheader there because the last race got rained out, unfortunately. Okay. I think that was the only second rain out of the season, which has been pretty great compared to last year. We had 10 rainouts. But I mean, we've been doing really well.
When it comes to this race car, how much did you, how can I say this nicely? Sometimes you can buy a really fast car, but you have to keep it going fast. How much have you learned in making this car fast this year?
I mean, we've learned a lot. I mean, we've seen a couple things that have been wrong because, I mean, we were looking at our fuel pressure and we realized it was down 10 PSI the entire season.
Oh, okay.
So, I mean, with a fuel-injected car, you can change that.
Okay. That's cool. What do you end up doing on the car yourself?
I mean, I do a lot. I help change springs. I help sit in the car when it scales. I mean, as my dad likes to call me, the dead weight of the whole racing situation, I guess. But I mean, yeah, I help out a lot. I mean, I'll put stuff together when it gets wrecked. I mean, I do quite a bit.
And when it comes time to go racing, who's the first one to load that car and go, let's go? Is it you or your dad?
It's probably me. I mean, my dad's also very excited with the whole racing.
Where are you going to race the rest of this season? Where do you think we'll catch you at the racetrack?
I mean, we're definitely going to be at Slinger. We're going to be at Jefferson. I think we're going to hit up another race at the Dells. And then we're probably going to go to Vegas at the end of the year for the Legend Car Nationals.
So that's the Nationals for Legends cars. You better be on your game. And you've been fast here. Have you gauged what is going on there? Have you talked to anyone or have you gone yourself yet?
We haven't gone ourselves. We talked to a couple people about like what gear to run down there and kind of how to drive the track. I've drove the track on iRacing before. Okay. So that's something that I'm going to do a lot more before we go down to Vegas.
So that takes a lot of people. Who all helps you on this race car?
I mean, my grandpa, my dad, my grandma, my mom, and I'd like to thank my sponsors, Bonafide Security Solutions, Falls Auto Parts, Easy Dealers, Wabam, All Pro Paving, Merton Auto Body, Lemke Stone, and Tattoo Therapy by T.
That's a lot of people. They're all good people helping you out. And you mentioned your entire crew is made up of your family. Any of your buddies come to the track when they have a chance?
Sometimes people will come and watch, but other than that, not helping in the pits.
Okay, all right. That is really cool. With the progression you made, when I see your car, I'm like, okay, he'll be top 5. Do you have that same comfort and fear and feeling confidence that I do when I see you 3-4 times a year?
I mean, it depends from track to track. At some tracks I'm faster than others. I mean, at Slinger, I've had, this past Sunday, I thought we had a pretty good chance of getting in the top 5. So
we're right there. Right there. How about points? You chased any points this year?
We're trying to get Rookie of the Year at Slinger and Jefferson, but I mean, other than that, just position-wise in points doesn't really matter to us.
And you're still learning. How many more nights do you think you got left in racing?
6, 5, around there.
And maybe Vegas. All right. Do you get to fly and Dad drives the hauler? Have we worked this out yet, Dad?
No, we're gonna drive down.
Okay, that'd be fun.
Yeah.
See some sights, Grand Canyon, maybe, yeah, not kidding. That's way too far out of the way. You want to go racing, man. It's really cool that you guys are here tonight. Who's all here tonight with you?
I mean, my grandma, my grandpa, my crew chief, my sister Lainey, my mom, my dad.
That's cool. I'm glad you guys all came down. How about I say for all these racers tonight, helping out celebrate support team modified. Thank you, Lincoln Cain. Thank you, Artie. Great job. Marcus and Mason Obermeyer, guys, thanks for coming on the show. Really appreciate you bringing the cars down. They look great too. Go to Obermeyer's 41 Auto Body if you need any auto body repair in the area. Got a couple other great folks that do great body work, but it's great to see that. Family Racers continues on here. We'll continue on here on Team Modified Night at Danny Lynch's at the corner of Lincoln and Highway 100 right after this.